Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Did you freely click on this video, or were you determined to do so? Did you choose to watch this video simply because the topic interested you, or was it because of a previous cause, like a domino chain, like the preceding domino over? Well, what would you do if I told you some people believe that you were determined to click this video since the start of the universe, and if we were to wind time back somehow, everything could happen in the same exact way? My name is Karar al-Habib, and today we will be debunking determinism. Determinism and free will has been a raging debate that has lasted for centuries because of the impact they would do if they were true. But I wanted to share why I believe determinism is a paradox and how I debunk it in less than 4 minutes. But before we do that, let's understand what exactly determinism is. What is determinism? Determinism is a doctrine that all events, including human action, are ultimately determined by causes regarded as external to the will. Some philosophers have taken determinism to imply that individual human beings have no free will and cannot be held morally responsible for their actions. And quoting from Britannica Encyclopedia, determinism in philosophy is theory that all events, including moral choices, are completely determined by previously existing causes. Determinism is usually understood to preclude free will because it entails that humans cannot act otherwise than they do. Keep in mind, we're going to be debunking logical determinism, which is arguably the most popular type of determinism. Now, without further ado, let's start the timer. Logical determinism maintains that features already fixed as unchangeable as the past, and the causes/events made by human choices are all predetermined. So why does this stand as an incorrect concept from philosophers? This idea is against physics, specifically quantum mechanics. You see, quantum mechanics have a law named the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, also called the indeterminacy principle statement, articulated in 1927 by a German physicist, Werner Heisenberg. The position and the velocity of an object cannot be both measured exactly at the same time. Its position and motion are random and uncertain. Matter and photons are waves, implying and proving that they spread out some distance. To know the position of a particle, such as an electron, the answer lies in how you measure the position of an electron. Experiments show that you will find an electron at some definite location, unlike a wave. But if you set up exactly the same situation and measure it again, you'd find the electron in a different location, often far outside any experiential uncertainty in your measurement. So in a nutshell, the Heisenberg principle proves that the position of an electron is random, so you can never know where it will end up. How does this link to determinism? Well, we now know the position cannot be both determined and calculated. Therefore, that means that if we were to wind time back somehow, the position of the electron will not necessarily be in this place. It will be a different position, different amounts, different locations, at different times. And the result of that could be crazy. Everything is made up of electrons. So take example planet Earth. Had the electrons not been in the right location, the right amount, in the right time, Earth would have not formed. So the very possibility of things being different, evidenced by the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, debunks determinism, because it's exactly what determinism is against. Moving on to the second point. If you remember, determinism maintains that all events, be it mental or physical, are determined by previously existing causes. In other words, everything that happens is because of something that happened before. So right now, it's making two active claims. Whatever happened before was and has been the cause for the ongoing event. Number two, everything has a cause, regardless of what it means by cause. And this is a very big claim. Now, this may seem actually a bit plausible at first, like the reason I drank water was because I was thirsty. The cause of me blinking was because my eye got tired, and so on. However, we need to observe this a bit more closely. Notice that the laws of cause and effect do not have that law. And right there, you have a contradiction, which I hate to say is pretty tough. As for the second claim, they propose or imply for that statement that everything has a cause, which is a gigantic field of discussion. From the Big Bang all the way to energy, which is as stated in the first law of thermodynamics, cannot be created or destroyed, which leads to the result, if it cannot be created, then how can it be caused? So it poses a spark of arguments, especially for those who believe that things can have no cause. And there you go. You have determinism debunked. So, to recap, determinism is false due to, number one, a contradiction in quantum mechanics. Number two, a contradiction in the laws of cause and effect. Number three, a contradiction in the first law of thermodynamics. And here, I'd like to clarify our position, taking my guidance from the Messenger of God and his holy household. It is neither determinism nor free will. Rather, it is a matter between the two. Once Imam al-Sadiq, the sixth Imam of the Shia, was asked if God gave free will to mankind. He responded, God is more dignified than that. So the man asked again, so did he determine them upon their actions? From sins, rape, killing, stealing? He replied, God is rather more just and wise than doing such. It is neither determinism nor is it free will. Rather, it's a matter between the two. And the position of that is wider in the mass than the gap between the earth and the sky.
بالحسن بالحسين بالأئمة الأطهار